to work on this, but in any case, it is available for anybody to use and reuse. So let me summarize. Once source data like this for the Sarla Mahabharata will have been cleaned up, completed, and made compliant with the text encoding initiative framework, this foundational work for the study of Oriya language, literature, and history will be available in digital form for anybody to download. It will allow digital textual analysis, such as finding or indexing words and showing contexts in which words occur. It will be free to be enhanced, for instance, with variant readings of many manuscripts of this text, and it will be free to be reused, for instance, for the project of re-editing the text that I have heard is going on by several senior scholars today. Let me conclude by saying that I will be delighted to collaborate on this and other digital projects with scholars in Odisha. And with that, I conclude. Bahut dhanyavad. Sorry, I took much less time than I was supposed to. I hope you forgive me. However, I would love to take questions if anybody has them, but I'm not sure if it's going to be easy.
जदि आपण माने प्रोफेसर आर्लो ग्रिफिथ्स को किसी प्रश्न पचारे को चाहूँगी तांकर आजिर ए टॉक रिलेटेड रे तो आपण टिके एटी ऑडियंस टिके माइक देबे स्टूडेंट्स मन को भी मु अनुरोध करी कि से मैंने जदि प्रोफेसर ग्रिफिथ्स को सांगे किसी विषय पचारे को चाहूँगी तांकर आजिर ए टॉक विषय तले टिके आगु को आसिकी एटी माइक दिया जिवो आपण कहि परिबे।
समस्त को नमस्कार। डॉक्टर आर्लो ग्रिफिथ जो टॉक दिले, I want to first of all comment on the fact that we are so pleased and honored that you have come to Odisha, and we have been having such a wonderful time with you since our Jamshedpur days. But my specific interaction right now refers to the Sarala Mahabharata, the only Sarala Mahabharata part. And on the Sarala Mahabharata part, in the past about 4 years, there has been a lot of work which is going on about 15 or 16 palm leaf manuscripts at the SOA University, where they have collected a large number of manuscripts. They have digitized that. And Artavallabh Mohanty's work on Sarala Mahabharata, which was published originally by Utkal University and then subsequently republished, people have found that it is still deficient in a few things, which is what is going on. But this work was primarily initiated by the fact Gopinath Mohanty, the author and the writer, for about 15 years was researching into Sarala Mahabharata. And he collected also a number of pothis. And when he compared the published edition with this, he found there are discrepancies here and there. But more importantly, there are also interpretation problems. So there are three things which come out, and the three things are: A, Sarala Das did not exist in the 15th century. He existed in 9th or 10th century. So there are linguistic variations, comparisons which he made. The second thing was Bilanka Ramayana, which is normally attributed to Sarala Das, does not belong to Sarala Das, but one of his disciples. And the third thing was, of course, his place of origin. Where did he hail from? So, but barring these last two, the first one, whether he existed in the 9th, 10th century or 15th century, is a matter of great relevance to the Odia literature. Because normally the Odia literature is traced to Sarala Das. So my question, not question actually, an observation is, whatever you have done with Arthababu's work, which is a very painstaking work, but Arthababu, by the time he started this, had already become very old, which is why even the foreword he couldn't complete. But now that the Srujanika also helped us, and now that so many scholars, I don't know if those professors are here, Gauranga Babu and others, if you are here, you can, yeah, you are there. So therefore they would tell you that what they have done in the past 3 years, I've seen those digitized versions, very interesting. So your digitized version of Arthababu's work and what they are doing already, they have done in the past 3 years, put together will make a great study of Sarala Das. This is all that I wanted to say.
Thank you very much. You should know that from my very first visit to India, I have been hosted by Mohanty sir and madam. So they are like my Indian parents. And this is actually precisely what I wanted to suggest. So I have not yet had the chance to interact with the scholars now working on this text again, but I really wanted to take this opportunity to try to get to meet them and see whether maybe the stuff that we have already digitized can be useful in some way, because it's all about reusing, and once you've typed things, even if you want to change them, that's easier if you go from digital data to new digital data than if you have to first type again. So that is the little service, at least, that I would hope to be able to give. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. I'm here. I'm Dr. D.P. Majhi. I'm from Delhi. So I got the opportunity to study there in IISS Hague. As I understand, the difference between the pronunciation of like the language between the Dutch and Oriya is quite different. Oriya comes from the vocal cord, and Dutch language comes from here, throat. This kind of sound it produces. So what inspired you to learn this language? That is my question, because I am surprised that you learned Oriya language and our Granth also. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Well, I was inspired to learn Oriya because I was curious and wanted to do my research in this part of India and wanted to meet people and wanted to have success in my research. And success in research comes by being able to be polite and interact with your hosts. So it was clear to me that learning Oriya was essential. So I spent the time needed to learn that. I didn't learn it perfectly. I could not have given my lecture fully in Oriya, but at least I can speak a little bit and read a little bit. And I always hope that I can find time and find nice colleagues to come back to Orissa and strengthen my skills and become better than I have become so far. So that is my hope for the rest of my life. Yeah, so that's my answer.
Kulke Sahab, in world, there are 10 languages which are most popularly used in the world, like English, etc., etc. In Indian language, Hindi and Bengali. Our submission that, can you give us a blueprint or plan and action plan to the Odisha government that Odia will be one of the 10 popular languages in the world?
good luck. But I am myself a speaker of a small language, Dutch, and personally I don't think it matters whether you are among the 10 biggest languages of the world or not. If you want this, please do your best. But I will love Oriya even if it's the number of speakers and the rank in the world does not matter for me. I think it's important that we study what we love and we study seriously, and that is what I would like to try to do. Thank you. So, maybe Jotesto? Dhanyavad. Rahil.
Thank you, Professor Arlo Griffiths. May I request everyone to please give a thundering applause, join our hands together in appreciation for Professor Arlo Griffiths' talk. Thank you so much for being here with us. एबे मु आमंत्रण करुछि ओडिया भाषा साहित्य और सांस्कृतिक विभाग रा शासन सचिव श्रीमती सुजाता राउत कार्तिकेयन को तांको अनुरोध करुछि प्रोफेसर आर्लो ग्रिफिथ्स को सम्मानित करिया पई। आउ थरे गोटे करताली सहित आमे प्रोफेसर आर्लो ग्रिफिथ्स को अनेक आशीष धन्यवाद जणैबू। अपन समस्ते एबे आमर जो बहुत सुंदर प्लानेटोरियम कराई एग्जिबिशन कराई तार राउंड नहीं पारे बुलिकी देखी पारे आ गोटे परे आमर लंच अरेंजमेंट होती ब्राह्मणी हॉल रे आपण लंच नहीं पारे आउ 3टा बेले एठी जगन्नाथ कॉन्शियसनेस उपरे टॉक दिया जिवो। रिक्वेस्ट एवरीबॉडी to kindly join us at 3 p.m. for Jagannath consciousness topic. The talks are going to be here. And lunch is at 1 p.m. at Brahmani Hall, and request all to take a tour of the beautiful exhibition and planetarium that has been organized on the occasion of this conference. Dhanyavad, Namaskar, Vande Utkala Janani.